Port coach John Cahill and football manager Mick Moylan had a fallout. It was big news at the time.
Today, and Max, you saw something you hadn't seen in over 20 years of watching football.
Bruce, unbelievable, you're right. John Cahill hasn't turned up to training tonight. He's in dispute, and it would appear at this stage he's in dispute with football manager Mick Moylan. We were at Alberton, as you said, and this afternoon we were there interviewing Mick Moylan, who was just in that story, and also we were interviewing John Cahill. Now, at the end of our interview with Mick Moylan, there was an argument involving John Cahill and Mick. John was screaming at Mick Moylan saying, you've burnt me, that's it, I've had enough. He then grabbed all his gear and walked over to his car in some sort of what was a surprise to us and a surprise to Mick Moylan. Moylan chased him to the car park and the heated discussion continued. Now, as a result of that, we understand, and as I said before, that John Cahill did not turn up to training and he wants something done. It's nothing to do with the players, it's infighting. Mick wants to go down one way and John Cahill obviously wants to go down to another. Bruce?
5 hours of intense negotiations started at 7:30 this morning in the city office of Cahill's agent, Greg Griffin. Cahill spoke his first words to the media since the drama began.
I still feel hurt and angry. One day the public will know the full story.
Across town at Alberton, Moylan had a spring in his step. His only concern for his family.
The people who found it hardest are your family. People who, have to, put up with a lot of things that they read and hear and see, and people ask them a lot of questions.
Cahill and Griffin soon were joined by Port bosses Cunningham and Bolton. 2 hours later, there was an uneasy truce.
We've jointly addressed the issues of concern, and John and the club are confident he has the full support to enable him to maximise his coaching performance in the future.
The resolution left Port supporters elated.
It's just great news for the club. Fantastic.
I'm very happy that Jack's back and everyone's happy.
And Jack's back.
Despite their delight, many questions remain unanswered, but Cahill, who later returned to Alberton to bury the hatchet with Moylan, obviously got what he wanted. Paul Dowling, 7 News.